something that you've thought about and dreamt about from the time you're a small boy to a young man, this dream kind of turned into a reality, that's the future of hunting. And anybody that loves the outdoors and has taken a kid hunting, this is me and this whole team of people all pooling together our resources and energy to help make this dream a reality, and it's something they'll remember forever. First morning out on your elk hunt.
Yeah, I can't find them.
I think, I haven't seen them yet. Where are they at? Here, I'll use this.
Right there.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Jacob and Chase are both exceptional young men. They try really hard in school. They're part of FFA. They raise livestock at home. They earned this trip, both of them. And the 12-year-olds here are taller than me. And they knew that coming here was a privilege, and being out in the woods and being out here to experience elk and deer and pheasants, it is a privilege. It's a blessing, and both these boys have worked all year long. You know, for Jacob's case, he's thought about this trip his entire life.
I only got a few hours of sleep the night before you got here, because I was thinking about everything happening.
I think it's a privilege to have Jacob bring me along, because this is fun.
Banks. There's trails everywhere.
It's a good sign.
That's a great sign. Yeah. Have you guys ever seen this many elk tracks before?
Oh no, nowhere near.
I think we're in for a good hunt, guys. Yeah.
The hunt came to be probably back, I have to say, at least a couple years ago, when I became a member of the Rocky Mountain Elk Foundation. I liked their philosophy, and I was a weekend hunter myself, and I found out that they had banquets every year. We went to the event, and they have a silent auction and a live auction, and I was looking at all the hunts, and they had 2 hunts for youth. Stuck my paddle up and got the hunt, and he loved it.
Don't you guys think it's crazy how these elk disappear in the wide open? There's absolutely no place they could possibly hide. Then you look again and they're gone. And you know, if you were to walk up there, they would see you a mile away.
Alright guys, I just rode a little bit. Those elk just went over the top, so I think we're gonna back out and come back in the morning and see what we can do then.
Is that okay, guys?
Yeah.
All right. I love taking kids hunting. I can't think of very many situations in life when you think about work day to day, or you get caught up in this mundane routine that sometimes just isn't very exciting. And when you pause all of that and you take a kid and you take them outside and you watch their smile light up.
So stay together in a line and do what the person in front of you does.
Okay, perfect. To be part of that is priceless. It gets you away from everything else, and it gets you back to center where, as families is so important for us to be. And even if we don't have our own children and we don't have our own families, someone like me, I'm helping to make sure that this young man has a better future, and I don't think that it gets any better than that.
We can take the quad and climb the back of this canyon and come right out above them right there. Alright. Right there. They may just bed right there on that little bench.
change, that wouldn't be bad. That'd be a perfect shot, too.
There's a herd of elk up here on the left, and we're just gonna walk up this road here, and they're about a quarter of the way up the hill. So we'll just see how it is. They're too far from the top to come in from the top. So we'll come in like this and we'll just hope for the best and see what happens.
I do a lot of youth hunting just because I love hunting with kids. It's fun for me, and I love hunting, so it's win-win. I worked with the Elk Foundation Pendleton chapter to line up a youth elk hunt for their fundraiser, and in that search I found actually 2 landowner tags, and that's how we ended up hunting here on Ellis Farm. Quit smiling. I'm teasing. I think I'm more excited than Jacob. You take a landowner like Paul, who's an absolute steward of the land, managing his wildlife, managing his resources here, and working with the land, working with the wildlife to improve their livelihood. Him teaming up with the Elk Foundation to not only help have better wildlife in the future, now we're having better, more ethical, responsible hunters in the future. Is pretty special. So we pulled out of those elk, out of that herd. What do you guys think about that?
It was a good decision because I think if we got the higher ground, it'd be a better shot because that's too long of a shot.
A little too far for you, yeah. Number 1, the shot was too long, and number 2, we had bad wind. So we're better off letting them sit there, or getting around them and hunt them where we can get a different strategy. I think it's a good call. I think. All right, let's get after these guys.
Okay. Hopefully they stay there though.
So these elk are just right below us here.
Yeah, the elk are they're right down here. They're feeding this way, but they're going into this patch of trees down there. And so we're gonna just cut right at them here.
I'll stay behind you.
Right behind me. Okay. We want to stay as low profile as many of us can, and we'll just see what happens.
There's a lot of elk, so we have a good chance that maybe if they head that direction, someone will come out in front of us.
You see the top right one?
Yeah, top right one.
Yeah. She's gonna head down.
Yeah, she's heading.
That's the one we're
Okay. This other one going down the straw is gonna come right up on top of us. I mean, it's gonna be on us in just a second. Should we get him on the sticks?
All right, got it. Come down right here.
Whoa, be careful, don't move. Hold still, don't move.
We're going back down. Get ready.
on her to shoot. Wait for her to stop.
Go back one.
Wait for her to stop right here. Okay, Jacob, now's a good time. Yep. Breathe, press. You're doing perfect, bud. You got her.
Oh, thanks.
Wait. Here, let's open the bolt. Put your gun on, get your gun safe here.
Oh, I just dropped her in the tracks.
Thanks. Perfect. I'm so proud of you. Keith is a wonderful father. He's kind of hung back on the hunt and let Jacob and Chase really enjoy this hunt together as best friends, and he's put this all together and helped them create this memory, and not only for them but for himself, and that makes a great dad.
He got his elk, and it was an amazing feeling. He'll never forget it. Chase and him will have a memory that'll last a lifetime.
And now you're going to want to do this the rest of your life, and you and your best friends you're going to be hunting forever now.
Yeah.
And your dad, you and your dad.
That's my turn.
It's pretty incredible.
I was kind of happy being the first person to take down an elk. It's very special to me. It still does give me a little bit of bragging rights.
So you're gonna learn to gut your first elk now.
Yeah.
Roll them
Yeah.
up.
I'm serious.
Congratulations to Jacob. You know, it's always exciting to see a young hunter get after it and find success. I think it reminds all of us of our first time hunts, kill or no kill. Next, we are going to continue with Christy as she takes a young lady out for her first elk hunt. So let's head back to Oregon and Christy Titus.
So what do you any anticipation? Did you sleep last night at all?
Yeah, I slept pretty good, but I was really excited this morning.
Good. Well, I think we're gonna have a great day, and the weather will definitely kind of keep them on their feet moving, hopefully.
Yeah.
So, where do you?
Set up under that tree. We can range a few distances.
Okay. Yeah, let's do it.
I'm the chapter chair for the Pendleton, Oregon chapter. I became involved with the chapter 2 to 3 years ago. As Cory became older and was less consumed with her extracurricular activities, it was able to find something that I was interested in doing, and the Elk Foundation was a good avenue to get involved in something that not only myself but our entire family is fairly passionate about.
The wind is kind of swirling and changing because of the snow, so we're going to actually move up this draw and try to get to the downwind position from where we think the elk might come through. It's a really neat day for hunting.
Hunting for me is a way I like to spend my time with my dad, especially because I feel like it's something we can connect over. And it's just good to have quality time with your dad doing something we both love.
The wind is really inhibiting our hunt strategy today. It's not wanting to cooperate. Saw a cow elk down in here. I saw a flash of something, but I didn't. Did you see it?
There's something with dads taking their kids out hunting for cow elk in the snow. It's like a rite of passage. I know Cory will look back on this trip with her dad and think fondly on it for the rest of her life.
So just aim, that general direction. You take the lead and just go slow as you want.
Cory, she not only took the lead on her hunt, but she walked through the timber. She made the decision whether to go left or right and how to work the wind. You learn a lot stepping out in front, and that's a really pivotal point for parents. Let your kids go out front, let them take the lead, have them look back to you for guidance, because that is what's going to give them the confidence as they mature to hunt on their own.
You guys, they might come up on the hillside too. There they go. Get set up, okay. Is that too high? Just a little bit. Tell me where you want it. Is that good? A little higher. There you go. Just breathe and press the trigger. Take your time. She's just standing there. Right on her front shoulder. Good job. Back another one in your bowl. Rack your bowl.
Girls, we got it down. Awesome. Look at that. Perfect shot. She didn't go 50 yards. Perfect hit. How do you feel right now?
Really excited.
Yeah?
Yeah.
How long have you been thinking about this for?
Months.
Your dad is the chapter chair for the Pendleton chapter of the Rocky Mountain Elk Foundation, and he bought this tag for you because you love hunting. That's pretty awesome. But not only have you had a killer hunt and filled your freezer for the winter, you have participated in conservation. You're the future. You're it right here. You are creating a legacy right now. And you filled the freezer and your dad didn't. So that's really awesome. Woohoo! I love girl hunters rock. It's so fun.
To have a successful hunt is always the positive, but that's the icing on the cake. It would have been a good trip irregardless.
Woohoo!
Well, not to be outdone, Cory connected on her first elk also. It's hard to explain the learning process someone goes through on hunting trips. Young or old, every time we go out, we learn something. And that speaks volumes to the power of the outdoors. But it's something you have to experience. You can't be told secondhand. A huge thank you to Christy for dedicating so much of her time to the next generation of hunters. Because of people like her, we ensure there will be hunters in the future for us to pass the torch to. Thanks for watching this week's episode of Team Elk. That's all the time we have, and until next week, I'm Brandon Bates reminding you, that's right, you guessed it, hunting is conservation.